Hello, this is Athena from AMG Creates, and this is Shell-ebrate, which is a ta-da diorama um, pop-up thing. Um, I have done something like this before, but not on here. Whenever they released the winter stuff for 2023, well, it was kind of like Christmas and winter 2023. I had played with it then. Um, I got what I'm doing is I'm trying to use up the crap that I have. Um, so this is the ta-da diorama that I have pre-cut because otherwise this would have been an hour and a half long thing from a phone to record, and I didn't want to do that. So I am basically making sure that this is down. Don't worry, I will put their link for this to Lawn Fawn's video in the description, if I remember to do that, so that you will be able to see what exactly is going on. So basically what I did was I cut everything out how the video said. I'm putting everything down how the video said. Um, I overglued it a little bit. So the shame, the worst part about this cardstock is that it is double printed, which means that it is laid on the paper instead of um, it being the paper. I don't like glitter very much, but I do like this because it doesn't go all over the place. I can squishy scratch it and it doesn't do anything. The problem is that because it was laid onto the paper, I had to run this through my die machine like 3 times with extra shims in it. So with extra pieces of paper in between the sandwich that you call it that I already had in there. So it was 4 pieces of plastic, 2 pieces of paper, that piece of paper, the die, and the magnetic thing holding everything in. It's a mess. God, this paper is pretty. Boy, I don't want to do that again. Um, and it breaks really easily. So anytime that I bend it, the glitter part breaks. It doesn't crackle or anything like that, but there is an obvious break to where it's white. So as you can see, that's about what that's going to look like. I think it looks pretty. Like I said, while I'm not a big fan of glitter, there's something about this kind of glitter that I like, and there is a nice purpley pink in it. Now, while this only has like 20 sheets in here, yeah, there is a very nice like blue purpley pink, and there are 4 pages, and it's beautiful. I'm not drooling on it, I promise. But yeah, I really do enjoy it. It looks pretty. Um, if you're going to write on it, I recommend a Sharpie. You'll see what I mean later, because ink doesn't go on it very well. That being said, hold on, let me yawn. So, if you don't know how I talk, I don't breathe when I talk. Therefore, my body says that I need to, and I yawn. Anyway, I'm putting these little fasteners down, these little hold-ems. They're going to hold the flaps that are right there. And you'll see what I mean whenever I do this. So basically, I am taping them down, and then I'm going to put it on there so that the little C shape that's on there coordinates with the C shape that's on the one that's laying down. Press it on there. The little blue flaps that I have for the stage, if you will go in there, and it'll look pretty. So the first time that I did this with the wolves, that you guys didn't see, I didn't have anything up. There is no evidence of it. But I put all of the stuff not in the middle, so whenever this thing had to bunch up, it didn't do so well. And that was a problem. So I obviously, in doing this, even though I shrank this down to 12 minutes, and it is always the problem that I have with these cards whenever I am creatively done, is that I could have done more and I know it. Just plain and simple. Could have done more and I know it. I could have done so much more to the outside. I could have done more to the inside. Yeah, I could have done more, and I know it. And if you agree, then leave a thumbs up. I won't be offended. I'm 36. It takes way too much to offend me. Um, and even then, I'll probably just laugh in your face if you try to offend me. I am offensive. So, anyway, yeah. While I really like the colors and everything, I could have done more. And that's the worst part, is showing you guys, hey, this is a product that I'm not going to send anybody because it looks like crap. And you go, yeah, you're correct. It's okay. I'm good with it. But that just means that I will make it again whenever my brain feels less like a moldy potato. And it will be lovely because I will actually be able to use it properly. So now I'm just coloring everything in that I'm going to use. I'm using really bright colors because the Ta-Da Diorama, the colors that I had used are blue, to which I've been scuba diving whenever I was younger, and literally all of the colors are very washed out. Even if you go swimming, you'll notice that some colors just sort of mute in with the water, um, which is kind of scary whenever you have kids. But yeah, there are some colors that just don't work. But I didn't want to make everything like blue and sandy looking in here, so I made them all bright colored. Um, yeah, I just feel like I did a really terrible job in doing this, but again, whenever you're doing 6 cards a week, um, I am I am shell-abrating the fact that I am like, this is the last week. I know that I've said it in the last cards. I will say it in the next 3. This is the last week, and I am super, super excited. This is the second to the last set of 3. I'm ready to be done with this. So now I'm going to put all of these in here. So the other issue too was that I was doing it folded up towards you. So I am obviously, you see where my arms are at. I'm not going to stick my head in front of the camera. So I'm mildly, blindly putting stuff where I think it should go. For example, I could have stuck him up in acetate so that he was floating. I could have stuck that one, not really, a little bit farther up. But yeah, I could have probably put that one on the second to the last one. These ones up front look kind of cool. I think I would have done a little bit more along the sides and not had the little baby shellfish down at the bottom. I would have had some stuff on the sides as well whenever you open it up. This was also kind of the wrong cardstock to be doing with things because it is so hard to, not really hard to work with, but I can't really do anything with it. And this, I was trying to stick in here, realizing that I had the tweezers wrong. I do enjoy those tweezers. They hurt my head because you have to pinch them in order to open them, instead of pinch them in order to close them. It's weird. So yeah, I feel like while this is Shell-ebrate, there is no celebration. There are no party favors, nobody's wearing hats, there are no balloons. I could have done a lot. What are we celebrating? You can't tell with this card. Other than the fact that I just told you we're celebrating the fact that this is the second to the last week and second to the last set of cards. So yeah, I don't like it. I could have done so much better, and I will further on I'll be using this again, and doing better with it. That's okay, because you're gonna see that I had put on there, because I'm gonna put it up there, and the Shell-ebrate was too big. Yeah, this thing that I was gonna put on there, it was too big. I wasn't gonna do it. I'm like, well, what the hell? What should I do? I'm like, well, let's Shell-ebrate. Not doing that on purpose. It literally says SHELL-ebrate, Shell-ebrate. That fits on there. That's cool. That works. I'm happy with that. Come to find out that the Distress Oxide ink doesn't do well on here. Not even a little bit. No, you can barely see that. And then I turn it upside down and I'm thinking that I'm gonna just smosh it. Yeah, you can't even see that. So I take a pen, and granted the pen that I have isn't a Sharpie. It's from Tool, T-U-L. And it's a fine liner. But yeah, not a Sharpie. Sharpie will write on anything. So I put that on there, and I test it to see if it's gonna come off on my hand, and it does. I still have the writing on there, it does. So I try really hard not to bump it. Put some shells on there. But yeah, I could have done so much more with this. Like, could have had it as a birthday theme where everybody wore hats and there were balloons and stuff, and I didn't wanna. And it makes it look like crap, and I am sorry for that. So please, I would like a what is it, a pity thumbs up, to which I'm gonna want it for the next 3 too, if you could please. But yeah, that is it. I think that it looks good in theory. It's missing a lot. So one more time, looks good in theory, missing a whole lot, very glittery. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.